Hey, what's going on out there? How you doing? Can you tell? Can you already tell? I'm a little different. I don't. I'm uncomfortable. I don't like asking for things. I just don't. I don't like it when videos ask me for stuff. And I'm gonna ask you for something, okay? It's not gonna cost you any money. I don't want you to do nothing like that. It's nothing, you know. And I'll explain what it does. Chew cat. I'm making a plea here. I'll tell you what it does, and you can decide whether or not you want to do it. I want to know if there are other singers that I might be interested in this could be in a similar vein of Angelina or not, preferably English speaking. And for those of you that are all about Angelina, let me explain how this is good for her and for me, and you make a decision, okay? You probably see that thing on YouTube, the suggested videos, right? Where YouTube will suggest content to you that maybe you've from channels you've never seen or artists you've never heard of. YouTube tries to do that based on your behavior. So here's what's up. If I make videos on someone who's similar to her, then when people will watch the other singer, it'll suggest Angelina videos to them. It will also do the opposite. People who watch Angelina videos will get other singers recommended to them. And that's, if you're really trying to like get more exposure, both for me, obviously, and for her, that's the way, right? Because right now, I think what we kind of have going on, and I'm fine with it, is that people who already know Angelina are just coming and watching more Angelina videos. And that's what we're making. But I would like more variety, personally. I feel like it makes the reactions better to watch more musicians. It's honestly how I feel about it. Yes, it helps me. It definitely helps me. But it will also help her as far as people getting the suggested videos. Now, will those people turn into fans? Don't know. Will they spend any money on her? Probably not. But here's the thing about viewership. The bigger her viewership gets, the more opportunities she gets with sponsorships and booking dates and things like that. Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm going to ask again. I have to ask occasionally because I won't find out about stuff if I don't ask. But I don't like that. I really don't. People are like, leave a comment. I'm like, man, I leave no comment. Anyways, Somewhere My Love, I don't think I know this, but I'm excited to see a guitar player there. That's also a very cool guitar. That is a very cool guitar. Guy hurt his thumb? Anyways, let's go.
I'm gonna sing Somewhere My Love by Andy Williams, and I hope you guys like it. Somewhere, my love, there will be song to sing, although the snow covers the hope of spring. Somewhere ahead.
Man, you know what? I'm loving it. But sometimes when you love stuff, immediately start thinking what else could be done. I would like to hear her with a band on this. I think it would be very grooving, man. That boom, 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 boom. It sounds like a summertimey Caribbean vibe.
Blossom green and gold, and there are dreams, all that your heart can hold. Someday we'll meet again, my love. Someday, whenever the spring breaks through.
That was an interesting chord change. Not the fingering or anything, just like, was that like a temporary tonicization? It's like a modulation, but it's too short to be a modulation. It was 2 measures, 3 measures. That was weird. It was cool.
To me, out of a long ago, warm as the wind, soft as a kiss of snow.
Okay, this is solid 251. Sorry if you don't like the music talk. All of a sudden the thing caught me off guard, so now I'm actually paying attention. So this is regular basic jazz. What's really common in jazz, 2-5-1 is just a. If you were in the key of, say, I could use the key he's in. Is he in C major? Looks like it. So our 2 chord is D minor and our 5 chord is G7. And our 1 chord is C major 7. But here it's just C major. So the chord progression is starting off in C major. It goes C major, D minor, G7, C major. Those are our 4 chords and they repeat. So when they repeat, you're going to get 2 C majors back to back. Now, what did he catch me off guard with? Was it an E flat chord? What?
Till then, my sweet, think of me now and then. Godspeed, my love, till you are mine again.
Yeah. He didn't do it. It didn't happen that time. I've tried to explain it before. I don't know. Maybe people get. I don't know. I don't know how you get. Because right now you're probably going, why aren't you talking about Angelina? It's like, I mean, she's awesome. Do you know why they put bad news on the news? People watch bad news, right? People watch things that make them scared and frightened, or it's kind of how my ears work, right? So since her singing is so on point, it's like, what do you say? You're like, oh, great vibrato, great phrasing, great tone. I mean, but she's consistent, right? That's all another reason why I want to watch other people, because then I can contrast between the different artists. So my ear is not just drawn to the guitar because I play guitar. It's caught because there's things to see that aren't, you're like, what? She's like the safe zone.
Someday we'll meet again.
Oh, dang it. There it is. Sorry, let me back up. He just did it. So he went through the whole progression? What, like, okay, hold on. Go ahead.
Till you are mine again.
Back to the 1 chord, okay. Oh, to the 4. Then to what?
Someday we'll meet again, my love.
Okay. Oh, no, that's it. What? E flat 3 chord? What in the world? To what? To flat 7?
Whenever the spring
Yes.
through.
Flat 7 to 2. That's definitely a modulation. Those chords don't make any sense. To 1. Sorry, I'm gonna see if I can work this out in my head. You might get bored to tears, bro. You know what? You understand I make the videos because they're interesting to me. I'm sorry if they bore you. Flats. Okay, what just happened? E flat.
Whenever the spring breaks through.
B flat to D minor. E flat. What and why is that so hard for me to figure out? Do I need to see the music in front of me or something? I mean, I figured out the chords. I'm trying to figure out what that temporary modulation is. What does it modulate to? I don't know. Man, I know I could figure it out, but I probably need like 5 or 10 minutes. We ain't got time for that. It would be the most boring video. What is the modulation to? What is the... Someone will know. Someone will tell me, I bet. Someone's like, dude, it's so obvious. This clip is interjected in the middle, okay? It's been about... This is after about 5 minutes, 7 minutes after the video finishes. But I think I solved what was going on. No pen and paper. Could be wrong, but my analysis makes sense to me. And analysis has to make sense. You can't just analyze. You have to make sense out of it. I think I make sense out of it. You're going to have to know a little bit of theory for this. So if you don't know theory, I don't know. Try your best. But I think I figured it out. I said it was a parallel modulation when I went to the E flat, because E flat is part of C minor. Parallel chords, cat. Parallel keys are use the same letter. So C, C major, C minor, parallel keys. D major, D minor, parallel keys. E major, E minor. Those are parallel keys. Okay, I was like, the E flat comes from the parallel minor of C minor, but why it threw me off, it went E flat to B flat. I was like, what? Relative keys. There's a relative major and minor pair in every key. So in the key of C major, the relative minor is A minor. When you're in a major key, you count up 6, C, D, E, F, G, A. Boom, there's your relative minor. If you're in a minor key, you count up 3, that's your relative major key, right? Because if you started from A minor, A, B, C, you're back to the relative major. It goes to the parallel minor, but it goes to the relative major of the parallel minor. The parallel minor is C minor. The relative major of C minor is E major. It's a temporary modulation or tonicization into E flat major for 2 chords. The E flat major is the new tonic. It's an abrupt shift. There's no linking chords. That's why it sounds so weird when they go to it. The B flat is the 4 chord in the key of E flat major, and then it does another abrupt shift back to the D minor, which becomes our pivot chord to get back to C major. Does that make sense? We go C major, D minor, this is all in my head, I'm trying to remember. C major, D minor, G7, that's our C major progression. And then we have an abrupt shift to E flat major, to B flat major. That's temporary tonicization of E flat. And then we abruptly shift using the D minor chord to get back into the key of C major. And now it makes sense. We know how the keys are related, parallel keys, and we know how we get in and out. We get in and out with an abrupt shift. We abruptly shift to the E flat to get into E flat major, and we abruptly shift to D minor, using it as a linking or pivot chord to get back to the key of C major. Now it makes sense. Parallel keys, abrupt shifting in and out. Boom! Dude, I bet you that's it. I bet you that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. If you can't tell, I don't like having music problems I can't solve. I don't like that. So anyways, that's how the composition works. Bruh, got it. Son. Did you go to school for music, Cat? Was that me? Pretty sure it was me, dog. Pretty sure it's me. Maybe it's to the 3rd. I don't know. I need to edit this. No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave it in.
You'll come to me out of a long ago.
Oh, I do know the linking chord, by the way. I know the pivot of the modulation is the D minor. That's the pivot. D minor is in both keys. Whatever the other key is, D minor is in that key. Hell, D minor could be the key, but D minor is the common link between those 2 sections, and that is, I learned, it's called a pivot change. You have one chord that is in both keys, and you use that to maneuver around. So I would say it's an abrupt key shift when it heads to the E flat, because the E flat is not in the key of C major at all. You can maybe call that a parallel modulation because the E flat is in the key of C minor. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. Okay. It's a major 3 chord in C. It's C minor. So our common roots are C minor. It's a parallel modulation to the E flat, and it's a pivot modulation back to C through the D minor chord. That then our D minor takes us to the G7, which gets us back to 1. Bro, if you don't do music, it's gonna be the worst video ever.
Warm as the wind, soft as a kiss of snow. Till then, my sweet, think of me now and then. Godspeed, my love, till you are mine again. Bye.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. You know what's funny? I'm getting, hold on, I'm getting way used to the behavior. You know, when I branch out and do different types of artists, they have different types of fans, and I have to get used to it, and I got to get used to what type of positive comments I get, what type of negative comments I get. And then I also got to be true to myself. I love loving music, right? So to me, all of these Angelina songs are excellent regardless of what's going on. I'm having a really good time. If I'm talking about the bass player or a guitarist or her or a key change or whatever, like I'm having a blast over here because I love loving music. And I know people will come here wanting something certain. They want a certain type of thing. I can't, there's no reason to apologize what I find interesting and entertaining and delightful. I don't want to upset you. You know, I'd like us all to have a good time together. But also, notice that the structure of her videos is really similar. We've got a lot of stuff with just a backing track, and a lot of things with a guitar player, and a lot of things, well, not a lot so far, but some things in a band setting, but the band setting is a very small band, right? So part of it is I can only focus on what's presented. We don't have backup singers, we don't have dancers, we don't have choreography, we don't have sets, we don't have a big band with 18 people in it. We always have a main vocalist, and sometimes we get a live musician, which is often a guitar player. And if you're only going to have one musician, it's probably going to be either guitar or piano, right? So, I mean, I can't imagine things that aren't there and then talk about those things. Just, anyways, just what it is. I don't know. That being said, uneventful. Not bad. Not bad. The Queen one, that was boring. That was boring to me. This is not boring. It's just also not. I don't think it shows her off. In fact, I don't think it does. I don't think it does her or the guitar player a favor. Yeah, she sounds. Again, I said this on another one. I'll say it again here. Right, if I was gonna show someone Angelina, this would not be one of them I would show. She sounds like a good singer, like a good solid singer. But in other videos, she is absolutely phenomenal. But you can only do what the music asks you to do. If the music doesn't ask you to be phenomenal, well, then you have to play within the constraints of the lyrics and the melody. Right? You ask me to make you a grilled cheese sandwich, 2 pieces of bread, some cheese, and some butter. What can I really do with that? I can either make it or don't make it. There's not, it's not like a 7-course meal with all these different ingredients and ways of cooking and presentation. It just is what it is. I hope you have a great day. How about that? You go have a great day. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.